What up, what up, what up, everybody? Thank y'all for coming back to the Circle Podcast with me, E, and my brother L.
What up, everybody doing?
How y'all doing? How you doing, bro?
Decent. I'm decent, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm chilling. I'm chilling, man. Got off of work about what, 4:30. So working from home. Let me tell you something. All right, before we start off, working from home since the pandemic, like I used to go into the office or whatever, like 5 days a week in the office. Then the pandemic hit, and then it's like we had to work from home for like a long amount of time or an extended amount of time or what have you. And then they had us going back into the office on a flex schedule. That's 1 week in the office, 2 weeks at home, 1 week in the office, 2 weeks at home. Once I realized I could do my job at home and be just as productive at home as I am in the office, if not more, because everything is close by. Like if I have to go to the bathroom is literally right across from me right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas in the office, I gotta, you know what I mean, walk all around the corner and all this, that, and the third. I don't like going into the office no more, bro. Like I'd rather just be at home. Plus, what we was just talking about, it saves me time for getting ready. Like usually in the workday, wake up like around 5:30, 6 o'clock to be at work around to get to work at 8. Here I wake up at 7:45. I could wake up at 6:50 and be on time for work, bro.
Right.
So I don't know, but working from home is quite nice. Now some people can't do it, but working from home is quite nice, man. You know. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into it, bro. Joey Wick. So now the dust is settled, everything is done. Lord help us. You mentioned it last week, and it happened, I think, the day before. The day before, actually, it happened. The next thing you know, the very next day, it was an onslaught of diss records here. You got Ray Vaughn doing this, and you got Joey Badass releasing this. You got Daylight releasing this. Then you got Ray Vaughn doing another one. Doing another one. You got Joey Badass doing another one. Daylight released 2 or 3 more records. You had Hitter jumping in with 2 records. You had
Yeah.
CJ Fly.
Yeah. Yeah. See that fly. Yeah.
CJ Fly did a record or two. Then it's like a bunch of like a few underground artists decided to jump in, try to sneak their 1, 2 in there,
Bro.
and and it was like I ain't listen to all of it. I'll be honest with you, I ain't listen to all of it, bro. I ain't listen to all the daylights, man. I'm like, yeah,
There's a
I
lot.
don't
It was too much, man.
know what I mean. What's your favorite? Before we get into saluting Joey Badass, what was your favorite diss track out of the whole like collection?
Man. I think I think I'm still high on the finals, man.
Mm.
I'm still high on the finals. My town was tough though.
Is that the one with Loaded Lux?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah,
My
yeah, yeah,
town
yeah.
was tough too, but I think right now I'm gonna have to say the finals.
Okay.
The finals from Joey was, I think, my favorite from him. My favorite from Daylight was probably Ayo. And my favorite from Rayvon was the whole era. Whole era. Yeah.
My favorite from Ray Vaughn was the one he released after the finals. He was more on it then.
The
He released
Golden
it wasn't the whole era.
Golden Eye, right?
Golden Eye, that's there though.
Wow. The one over the G Unit beat, the 50 Cent beat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow. You like
Cause he
that?
was more on it, bro. He was attacking more. He wasn't trying to make no poppy record or not like us or nothing. He was on his neck. Pause for those who do that pause crap. But yeah, man. My favorite record out the whole thing, out of what I heard, it may be the one with Low Deluxe.
My town.
I feel like the beat for finals was better.
Mm. Okay.
But My Town, I like that one, man. I feel like Joey Badass did enough. Um, I feel like that was just a statement verse there. It was like not in the statement like, oh, this great verse. It was more like, you know what? Not a statement verse. It was a what they call that? Just the exclamation point type of verse, man. Like, no, I mean, y'all see what it is with me. And then he had Lux on there, which was genius
Yeah,
because people that's not really in tune with battle rap, Lux and Daylight, they've been talking about battling each other for some years now, like at least 3 years. They've been going back and forth. Oh, we're gonna battle. They just trying to find the right situation and all this other stuff. But I feel like that was genius because now Daylight feet kind of was kind of to the fire. Like this is what it is. Like if you can't get in the ring, all right, we could handle this on wax. Now
right.
Daylight did come back with something, but I don't know, man. I felt like Lux may have got him on. Lux may have got him on that verse, man, because he was Lux is a master, man.
Yeah,
Lux is a master, bro. You
yeah.
ever heard his album like Beloved or Beloved 2?
I feel like I heard a couple of his projects. I never like sat with him and spun him multiple times, but I've heard a few of his projects at least once or twice. But yeah, he's a top tier writer and lyricist.
Yeah. Man, it got so bad for the West Coast, man. I guess Gina Views or what have you. I guess she was talking about how some West Coast artists behind the scenes was hitting her up. Like,
They
man,
they
you
mad
got
at
to
her.
be a little biased on this one, but you
I
can't be
salute I salute Gina and I salute Geechee.
Geechee Gotti.
They kept it real. They kept it real, man.
Side note, Geechee Gotti is another fire battle rapper, bro. And he
Yeah.
released dope music too. He released dope music too. I haven't listened to his last project, but he's dope though. But yeah, he did keep it real. Like, bro, I don't want to hit it trash. Like, bro, he out here dismantling y'all by himself pretty much.
Yeah.
Like Rayvon, AZ,
Chike.
Chike, Daylight. I don't know if he came at Hitter or whatever. I don't even think he
Nah, I don't
cared.
think nah. But the main two that he was going against was Rayvon and Daylight. And he sent the shot at AZ Chike. But
Dog. And that was it.
but one thing that I noticed from the battle, I think it's pretty safe to say across the board that Joey won. Like I definitely know that arguments could be made about who had more lyricism or more better lyrical showing, but like all in all though, I think it's pretty safe to say Joey won. And what stood out to me though was this this ongoing question of, or not a question, but like a difference between battlers and people that make making a song and battling. I think that to me, it seemed like Daylight struggled a little bit in really making a song where Joey was able to kind of check all the boxes of putting the battle aggression, some decent lyricism, the flows, he picked good beats. It just came off better than Daylight in particular.
Yeah, I can say that. But you know what? Battle rappers can make music though.
Now I know
They
they can, some
but
better than others, but
yeah,
I think this just highlighted how if Joey got on the stage with Daylight for 3 rounds with no beat, it would have been a different story.
I
Potentially,
could be.
potentially. But with this element of making these records and I don't know, kind of getting people's attention and keeping people's attention on a record. I feel like Joey, he exceeded past Daylight, and with Ray Vaughn being a more newer artist on this level, you could kind of tell that he's not as seasoned with making records as Joey is either. So I feel like
Yeah,
that kind of played out. You
yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see that. I can see that. Um, like what killed Daylight was he tried to make a charged up record instead of going
one,
in for the kill.
yeah, yeah,
What killed Raven, he tried to drop a Not Like Us joint instead of going in for the kill. Joey Badass ended up trying to like going in that same lane, but that's after he did what he did. He
right,
came back like, oh, I could kind of make a little, you know what I mean, more palatable diss track as well.
right.
And that's just like, I don't know, man. He just Joey Badass definitely did this thing, and I wouldn't call him the MVP of the year just yet, but he's in the running.
Oh yeah,
Just just off that, and reason why I say that because not only did he win the battle against two MCs, three if you want to count AZ Chike, he also got people like his respect level from everybody because nobody was checking for Joey Badass as much as they was doing at this moment, from my eyes.
yeah.
Like he's always been a dope artist, always been a dope MC, been around and all that from my eyes. But you had people here like, all right, then we put more respect on this pen game now. And
Yeah,
now it's got to the point where people kind of want to hear what the album gonna sound like.
right.
He says before August 30th or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think he's in the running for MVP so far as we come to the midpoint of the year. This right here definitely will put him in the conversation between
is
him
him,
and Kendrick.
you know what? I'm gonna throw 2 Chainz in that hat too. If he create this album, how you supposed to make it? I'm throwing 2 Chainz in there. I'm throwing Chainz in there. Chainz one of my favorite rappers, low key.
Okay.
Lois the Keys. I love the fact that you could when you listen to 2 Chainz, you could tell he respect lyricism. Like you could tell he's a lyricist at heart, but he
Yeah.
also know how to have fun with it. He's not too serious, in his craft, and that's a tricky thing to do when you focusing on like lyricism and all that. Like he got it, but he do it in his own way, and he make it normally more fun to listen to. So that's why I like 2 Chainz, man. One thing though, somebody had tweeted the other day. They was listening to A Train again, and he was like, "Man, Big Crit got Kendrick and Joey Badass out of here." To me, Big
Awesome.
Crit got he killed the record for everybody. Like it was Action Bronson, ASAP Rocky. It was an ASAP Rocky record.
Right.
Kendrick, Joey Badass, and I think one more person, maybe Big Sean or somebody. I can't remember. But it was like, man, he is right.
Awesome.
Big Crit, know what I mean? And I heard Crit supposed to be coming back out too, man.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Something I wanted to ask you that I noticed, about the whole battle and between Joey and the West Coast and whatnot. It
What's
stood
up?
out. It stood out to me, man. So unfortunately, I have to make comparisons. So I will be making a few comparisons to Dot and Drake, but
Okay.
something that I noticed and I want to know what you think. So streaming,
Mm.
whole era, Golden Eye, both songs by Rayvon, who's with TDE. Those songs are on streaming. As of now, one of Daylight's records, Word to My Mother, that's on streaming. Spotify. I'm sure it's on iTunes. I got Spotify, so they are on there. Joey's, none of them. Not one of his records are on streaming. They just on YouTube.
People's champ, huh?
So I'm wondering, I'm just curious, like, what you think is up with that?
What you mean? Like you think it's a play behind that him not doing?
I
I think.
mean,
Oh man,
I was going, I guess what I'm trying to figure out is it more of a money play or decision on the part of TDE and Rayvon and Daylight and Reason's track, The Dead Apple or whatever.
Reason came out with a song.
Yeah.
Dang, that's
That's on
sad.
streaming too. That's
You
on
forgot
streaming
about
as well.
Reason. Mm.
So I'm like, but none of Joey's records as of now, like it could change over the next few days and whatnot. But why is that?
Obviously, I couldn't tell you. Here's my own theory on it, or whatever. I think with Reason, obviously he went indie, so you got to get it how you can. TDE might as well like get whatever change you can from it. These are records that has garnered so much attention, at least in this time frame. Might as well put it out there, try to get what you know what I mean, get you a few more coins off of that. With Joy Badass, he probably just like, man, this is for the strictly for the sport. I don't care about no sale, streaming or nothing. It's gonna go platinum on YouTube anyway. I don't care. Like, this is just to let y'all know who I am and that I'm coming. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
Like
I'm thinking.
he, yeah, like, you know what I mean, the album coming out because how I found out the album was coming out, he had an interview with somebody, and there was a snippet of the interview on X where he was like, "Man, the album coming, hopefully before August or whatever."
Okay.
So with him, I think it was more or less the sport. You know, he's from Brooklyn, so and Brooklyn and hip hop, man, is like peanut butter and jelly. Like they breed some killers out there, bro. We may need to do a show about that. Which city has the best MCs?
Yeah,
Like you got Detroit with some heavy hitters, you got
dude.
Philly with heavy hitters, you got LA or Compton with heavy hitters, you
That's
got
Chicago. Chicago
Chicago.
was underrated.
It's underrated, but you know what? With Chicago, the people that's around more or less know about like the artists like that. To me, it seems like, but you know, or at least Chicago don't get mentioned like that. Whenever they mention Chicago, it used to be just Twister and Common.
It's way more packed up than that.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know this.
Yeah.
And then it used to be. I'm talking about like for the general masses, it seemed like it was just Twister and Common.
And Kanye.
And then Kanye came along. Now
Yeah.
you got Lil Durk,
Lupe.
G
Don't forget
Herbo
Lupe.
still around,
Don't forget Lupe.
Lupe.
Chance. Uh
Chance don't Chance. He was scorching hot for a moment, and he just chilled.
no, I mean, he's not scorching hot no more. But
Yeah,
he
like
has been putting out music pretty consistently, more so like singles. But
yeah,
of all the singles he's been dropping, he might as well have put out an album. Because he put out a lot.
yeah. I'm about to say like when Acid Rap came out, he was scorching
Yeah.
hot. He was
Yeah.
scorching hot. But there's so many in Chicago, man. Like you got Shauna, you got Do or Die. Although I don't think they do anything no more. Crucial Conflict, who was
You got
supposed
Mick Jenkins,
Mick Jenkins.
Vic
So
Spencer, Chris Crack.
yeah,
We got some hitters,
I
man.
haven't heard Chris Crack.
You never heard Chris Crack?
I haven't
Yeah,
heard Chris Crack.
we 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 got to tap in, man. I mean, I've spoken to you about him, but I'll send you a recommendation.
Okay then. Okay then. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
But yeah,
Man.
I just was curious, like, man, I remember when Dot and Drake was going at it, both of their records was on streaming, pretty shortly after they released them on YouTube. Everything Dot do is on streaming, even the damn Super Bowl. So, hey, I'm not mad at it.
Yo,
It is
hey,
though, right?
that Super Bowl performance is magical, bro.
But I'm just saying it was funny to see it on
Yeah.
Spotify.
I figured it would pop up on there though. I think
I
it's the
did.
most viewed Super Bowl.
Hey, congrats, man. Congrats.
No, when you open up with Samuel L. Jackson, how can it not be a classic halftime performance, bro? You literally open up with Samuel L. Jackson, bro. I was from then on, I knew it was about to be fire. At least to me, I knew it was about to be fire. You got Sam Jack out here.
Hey, congrats.
And then they talk about this Mar got the highest grossing tour or hip hop tour, what have you.
Yeah, he doing his thing. He
So
doing his thing. But yeah, I was just curious, man. Just
yeah,
and I'm not mad at it too because I think you do have to get your money, and
yeah.
if streaming is a revenue for you, it's cool. I'm just curious as to why Joey's not, versus the other guys are. So I guess we'll never know the answer to that, but I just threw it out there. The
Yeah.
other thing I want to throw out, man, is that Joey was supposed to be trying to battle Kendrick, right? That was
Oh, he been gunning for Kendrick,
the
man.
gunner for Kenny. Kenny not giving him any time, right? But he ends up who answered first? I guess Daylight or was it Rayvon? They answered kind of like neck and neck, but he ends up going
Um,
at them.
yeah.
And you kind of could tell like it was like a jumping. Some people were saying everybody coming at him, blah, blah, blah. And he dealt with it. But he didn't get criticized for not zeroing in on one person. Whereas Aubrey, he got criticized for just not focusing and zeroing in. He got criticized for trying to throw shots at all the people that was throwing shots at him. Why the difference?
Uh, now, with me, I didn't criticize Drake for doing that, but I think it kind of wore him thin. Like Drake was coming at Kendrick, he was coming at Ross, he was coming at The Weeknd a little bit. He went at Future, like kind of sort of
Like,
went at Future. He went at Boomin. He went at ASAP Rocky. Like that's like 6, 7 artists right there. What Joey only had to deal with Rayvon and Daylight really. Like even with AZ Chike, he gave him one bar and kept it moving.
right.
Know what I mean? But with Daylight and Rayvon being that they with TDE and everything, it almost kind of like two birds with one stone in a sense. Like both of y'all with TDE, so I could throw some TDE references in there and it'll apply to both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And with I think that's the main thing, man. And he made sure to do that on the finals. No beat switch or nothing. He just 4 minutes of some change. Y'all could both get this work. Y'all both could get it at the same time. So it was more manageable with his thing because it was only two people. Drake, he had fucking everybody on his ass. So, and the magnitude of the battle too.
Mhm.
Like the main battle we want to see was Drake and Kendrick. Drake probably should have handled the rest of them after Kendrick.
But
He probably
in the midst of it, it was so active. Everybody was coming at him or throwing shots at him.
yeah. Now I don't think Metro Boomin, the producer, but Future, I don't think took a shot at him or whatever. And if it did, it was on like some like type of subliminal crap. If he did do it,
Right.
Rick Ross, he took a shot at him after Rick Ross got. Well, no, Rick Ross. What did
I
Rick Ross
think Rick
didn't
Ross
release
was
a track?
trolling. He was trolling
He
him,
was trolling him.
and then
That's what it was.
yeah,
And he should have just trolled Rick Ross back or whatever.
yeah.
You chose to put him in a song, so now you got Rick Ross making a song on you, which was dope, by the way.
It was dope. But
It
it was
was.
necessary though. For the
Once
right
Rick Ross'
reason.
name get mentioned, Rick Ross is an MC too, man. So
Yeah.
that ego and pride, once that get in the way, man, no, I gotta get you. I gotta just get you real quick. And Rick Ross didn't even go on about it. He just went back to trolling them. Because he was
Mm,
like, man, this is between you and Kendrick, man. But I'm gonna,
right.
since he mentioned my name, here you go. I got something for you.
Yeah.
So Metro Boomin created a BBL Drizzy beat, and that went crazy. People started rapping over it.
Mhm.
Sexy Red ended up using on the album. Drake ended up rapping over it.
One more thing too about this whole thing. Well, two things. Yeah, I got two things. Um, One is a question. Do you feel like the West is a little disjointed? And the reason why I ask that is because so you had this Red Bull freestyle, and you got Absol right next to Joey.
Ah,
And even though Absol is reaffirming his allegiance to Top Dog,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
still, last time we talked about this, I was like, did you think anything about that? But we moved past that. And just thinking about how Rayvon and Daylight kind of seemed like they were stepping on each other's toes in the way that they were coming. It just seemed sloppy rather than just stepping back and saying, okay, you go ahead or you just go ahead. It just seemed like they weren't together. And then when you had Gina Views, who's from the West, Geechee from Compton, they like, nah, it's whack. Y'all ain't doing. It wasn't that united front of how they made it seem like the whole West Coast was jacking everything Kendrick was doing. In this regard, it was like some people was with it, some people wasn't. The two people that was kind of close in proximity that was doing the most, they kind of seemed like they was like fumbling over each other with the records.
I could see that. I could see that. I could see that. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I mean? And I think maybe that's what made it easier for Joey Badass too. Um, I could see a point where they could have just focused in on like one person doing it. You know what I mean? They could have just focused in on one person doing it. Um, I think with Joey Badass, I think he really wanted to like catch wreck.
Mm.
Like, and you could kind of hit a difference. Like, he really wanted to catch wreck with somebody. You know what I'm
What?
saying?
What?
Like, he wanted
What?
Dot. He wanted Dot. You know what I'm saying? I think Ray Vaughn and Daylight, they was just retaliating. And I
Or
don't think and I don't think it was as thought out as it should have been, maybe. They just
and and I think they underestimated
yeah, yeah.
Joey.
I mean, like, I don't know, man. Daylight kind of disappointed me because
Yeah,
Daylight, he come from battle rap. Like he come from that. You know what I'm saying? And that last song he did, fire song by the way, lyricism, everything, cold. But it was like it was almost conceding almost.
he conceded. He conceded. Just like people said Drake conceded in the Hard Part 6. I feel the same way about the end credits. Like He threw his hands up, man.
And it's like, dog, you are a battle. You making battle rap look bad with this shit. That's how I felt. Like, dog, you making battle rap look bad. Like, what are you doing out here, bro?
he he went he made several videos since the ruler's back. I'm going back to even then. But he made these videos. He kind of built like this anticipation, but it didn't deliver in real time. Now, the lyricism, his mind is always on another level. But when you press play and you just listening in real time, it just didn't deliver.
Yeah. Maybe Ray Vaughn. I don't know if Ray Vaughn was going to do what he did. He should have focused more on like the rap part. I feel like, and you know what? Another thing, reason why it kind of felt a little crazy to me because they kept mentioning like, oh, Diddy or his girl or his fiance or whatever. Like with Joey Badass out here, he just rapping. Like he just giving you straight bars. Where Rayvon and Daylight, they kind of went, they gave you bars, but they also kind of went the personal route. And it was like, that's not what this battle is for.
Yeah.
Like the reason why I was more accepted with Drake and Kendrick was because they both kind of got personal with each other. So it
Yeah.
was like hand in hand with what they was doing. But with this was just strictly raps, man. I think people exhausted about the whole personal crap, man. At least I am.
I
I'm
never
exhausted
liked
with
that.
the oh
I never liked that. I mean, your boy really well, I ain't gonna say your boy. I ain't gonna say I was I ain't gonna say because I was finna get into Pusha T and how he kind of
mm,
introduced that. But I mean, I guess Drake could take some blame too, because he mentioned Pusha's wife name, and yeah, I ain't with none of that. I think you should just
oh,
you just keep it between you and that person. It's gonna get a little personal, but I just feel like it should be some sort of parameters, man. I don't know. I don't know what, but the whole Diddy angle was kind of corny to me.
what got me was that Mark said Kendrick was at them parties too.
Now, some people say he was saying Kendrick, some people say he was saying Top.
No, maybe top. But even
Yeah,
still, like, no, I mean, you getting on Joey Badass, but the leader of the whole thing got mentioned of going to a Diddy party as well. So it's like, I
yeah,
that backfired because now if you question Joey, you got to question Top.
yep.
Pause. I don't even like the pause game or play it, bro, but it's so hilarious to me, man. But
So
yeah, man, I feel like we've had enough. And you know what? The diss records wasn't well thought out. I don't think that they just went
it was just
like
going.
instead of having time, like, all right, you know, let me take a day or two to sit down and like really put my mind to it.
Yeah, it was
Like,
too. It was a real rapid pace. Yeah,
yeah,
and
man.
too, one other thing that's kind of interesting. It kind of reminded me of the Control verse from Kendrick, and
Which
how
one?
when he put out the Control verse,
No, I'm saying, what reminded you of the controls? Like, what
this
song?
this whole situation.
Ah, okay then, okay then, okay then.
Because when Kendrick put out the Control verse, you had so many people dropping responses from, I think, Papoose to King Los to, I think, Joey Badass dropped some. He dropped
He did.
Illuminati too or something. Like, you
He
had
did.
so many people. And
Joe Budden
yeah, Kendrick didn't respond to nobody.
and Kendrick won just off that.
He didn't engage with anybody.
He-
I think the next time he spoke was when he did a cipher, a BET cipher, and
Yeah,
everybody say he was talking to Drake, and I thought he was talking to Papoose, but I was the minority in that. So I gotta give kudos to Joey for even engaging though, man. He could have just left it out there in the wind and kept it moving, but like you say, he wanted to catch wreck, man.
Bro.
He wanted to get busy and he got busy.
Like when he released the rulers back, he knew what he was doing. He was prepared, like mentally, and that's another thing, bro. With Kendrick and Drake, they always had they had they going back and forth for years. They were saying Kendrick already had like 5 or 10 songs in the tuck just in case. So it was more thought out on that end, like structured and prepared on that end. With Joey Badass, I think when you make the rulers back, bro, I think he already had it in his mind. Like, I know this is gonna ruffle some feathers, but guess what? I've been, you know what I mean? I know I've been on this power set, but being on that power set or whatever, he also been around DNA. DNA is a legendary battle rapper.
DNA on
So
power?
no, I don't know if he's on power, but I know he do like some music stuff for him. Cause he got
Oh,
on that he got on there by he just started dropping freestyles, recapping each episode. 50 got wind of it. Next thing you know, it gradually grew and he pulled them in to do some music stuff for Power. Both of them from Queen DNA from Queens, by the way, too. So that didn't hurt none.
okay.
Um, but yeah, I'm pretty sure being around DNA helped kept his pen sharp because DNA is another brother that's nice with it, man. He's nice. He's nice, man.
Okay.
So yeah, man.
Now, one more point that's gonna transition. Uh, this gonna transition into the topic, the other topic, man. So you had okay, you had Daylight, Rayvon, the main two competitors going against Joey.
Yep.
Then you, I mean, at this point, you got Danny Myers dropped the track,
Here,
Jag dropped the track.
I ain't listening to Jag, but Danny Myers, he's another dope battle rapper too, man.
Yeah,
Either if you ever want to see passion in its physical form,
I've seen a
look at
few
it.
of his. I've seen a few.
That mother. He said one of the coldest lines ever to me, bro. He said, "You want a brawl, right, bitch? Don't play yourself. I chop you into so many pieces, your funeral will be on a conveyor belt, nigga, nigga." I was like, oh, electricity ran through me. I'm like, oh, this nigga cold. This
Yeah,
nigga cold,
that's nice. Yeah.
bro. He said that
Um.
against Rum Nitty the first time they battled on King of the Dot, man.
Okay.
Classic battle too. Check it out, by the way.
Reason drop. And then on the East Coast, you had this brother named K Cash. His was actually nice.
I ain't
Uh,
heard of K Cash.
yeah, I never listened to his music, but I'm gonna tune in now.
I think he
Um,
posted it too on Twitter, man. But everybody posting a damn diss track, man. I ain't had time. Give me the meat and potatoes of this situation. Give me Rayvon, Daylight, Joey Badass. I listen to Reason too, though. I listen to
yeah,
CJ Fly. I listen to
CJ
Hitter
Fine
Joint.
drop.
But it's like, man,
Jadakiss son drop.
he did. I listened to his.
But
His is okay. People didn't like it, but I'm like, he
I
didn't
wasn't
sound
crazy
bad.
about it. I wasn't crazy about it, man.
But he didn't sound bad though. It was like
I wasn't crazy about it.
he was in
But
the middle of the pack. He is in
what
the
I
middle of the pack for me.
what I noticed though, man, you ain't hit no females. No females jumped into, you see what I'm saying? Like you had different guys that
Gina
jumped
Views
in.
jumped into it.
The only female voice we had was Gina Views.
Salute to Gina Views though,
Salute to
and
Gina
DJ Head.
and DJ Head. But you ain't had no females. So that brings me to our other topic, which is about female MCs. And my question to you was legitimately, out of the 50 years of history of hip hop, 50 plus, is there a female MC that could legitimately be in the top 5? Short answer, yes or no.
Well, before I give you my answer, I like the transition you just did. I like the transition. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like that. Um, and I hate to say it, man,
Be
but no,
honest, man.
no,
Just be honest.
no, no. And I tell you why. For one, there's not enough female MCs to like try to bombard that spot in top five. Another one, you got so many great male hip hop artists where it's like, all right, so if you put a female in the top five, who you gonna take out? You gonna take out Rakim? You gonna take out KRS? You gonna take out Jay Z? You gonna take out Biggie? You gonna take out Nas? You gonna take out Pop? And that ain't even the ones that we personally like. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You're gonna take
Right.
out Kendrick, you're gonna take out Drake, you're gonna take out J. Cole, because they'll put J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake before they put a female in there.
Mhm.
Like, who you gonna take out? And
And
that's why I don't think it would be.
I the reason why I made that transition like that is because one of the things that I'm thinking is it that female MCs in general may lack a certain competitive spark or drive? Is that the thing? Or like
Hmm.
what is it that kind of keeps because I've heard there's no there's no definitive list. I'm gonna put that out there.
Yeah, yeah,
Now everybody has lists. Some lists are very respectable and reputable. Some lists are crazy, but as far as the respectable list, I've never seen a female in the top five of anybody's list.
You know something? I'm gonna tell you something right now. There's one person that could have cracked that top five if they kept doing it. Lauren Hill, bro. Lauren
Okay.
Hill could have cracked that top five. Lauren Hill
Okay.
could, if she gave you at least two or three more crazy joints with more rapping than singing,
Yeah.
she could have cracked that top five.
Now, see, now we get into the meat and potato because I had I had to do a little more research, because I'm a big Lauryn Hill fan too. But there are some other females that I feel needed more consideration. And I think that there's a female MC that's ahead of Lauren, but I hardly ever hear her get mentioned in these discussions. And that's MC Light.
And I was thinking MC Light. I was thinking MC Light. And you know
That's
what?
MC Light, bro.
MC Light is fire. MC Light is fire, bro. And hell, because me personally, Queen Latifah was my favorite female MC growing up.
Mhm.
Know what I mean? She had, know what I mean? Because she had a multitude of like different songs. With MC Light, she was more or less on the MCing to me.
Yeah.
But
Um,
yeah,
where where I can't with good conscience put any as many female MCs as I love and like, I can't put one in good conscience in my top five, but I do feel like maybe, just maybe, MC Light could crack the top 10. Maybe.
I gotta go back and review a catalog now,
Yeah,
bro. I
yeah,
gotta go back and review a
yeah.
catalog now. You saying that?
Because because I'm gonna say why. Because when I look at, all the things, the elements of a top tier MC, I'm gonna just throw out a few things, man. I'm looking at their skill set, just the technical skill set. I'm looking at their gift, whatever that gift may be. It may be their voice, it may be, their humor or their wit, whatever. I'm looking at impact and influence. I'm looking at hits. I'm considering hits. And by hits, I mean records that resonate with a lot of people
mm,
over a length of time. And I'm looking at albums that are either classic or great. And
okay.
I mean, some MCs knock down all of those. Some
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
MCs
yeah.
knock down most of those. And I feel like MC Light knocks down most of those. And what really got me considering her is because last year we were looking at old heads getting busy, like LL, like Common, you know, like
I
Dre
gotta
and
go back.
Snoop.
I gotta go back and review that LL album too, man. That's a dope album to me.
It was
That was a
dope.
dope album, man.
It
That was
was
a dope
dope.
album. I like the Missionary, the Dre and Snoop album, man.
That was
Two
dope
things
too.
on that I feel like could have propelled it over the top. Two things, but we'll get back to that. Keep going, bro.
That was a dope album too. But what kind of fell through the cracks, and I know I told you and said about it, I'm like, this MC Light album is raw. It was a real good album.
I gotta listen to it, man. I listened to a few songs. I didn't finish it.
It was good,
Didn't
man.
finish it. Okay, now.
It was a
And I
good
heard it was
album.
good too.
It was good, but it kind of, like I said, it fell through the cracks. And I think that MC Light, she kind of did a little bit of acting, and I think
Hosting
she
the
might have
thing, yeah.
even did like radio. But for the most part, since the 80s, she's been hip hop. She's been making music, she's been touring, and I was listening to her greatest hits. And a lot of her old records and different lines, different different things she said has been sampled in records. People would take a line or two, and I'm talking about male MCs doing this.
You
Like,
about to make me go back and go through this woman catalog, man.
I think MC Light she's my number one candidate to being a female that could crack that top 10.
Now, two things. You know another female that could have cracked that top 10 if they would have released more hip hop records instead of pop? Nicki Minaj, bro. Nicki Minaj is one of the things I wish would have happened, man, was a collab between her and Remy Ma, man. I
Mm.
needed just raw, straight out bars, them going back and forth. Bro, I feel like it could have been special. It
Mm.
could have been special, bro. And you know what? Remy Ma. Now her debut album was dope. It wasn't, you know what I mean, great, but it was a nice album.
Right, right.
Remy Ma also won. If she got the right production and sequencing for her album, for like
Mhm.
her music, bro, Remy Ma another one. But one before you go, one of the greatest hip hop artists, dare I say it, in the top five, like just artist wise, Missy Elliott,
Missy
bro.
Elliott. Yeah,
Missy Elliott. Now she may not be in the top 10 of MCs, but
but
top
just
five in hip hop
yeah,
artists as
I'm
far as
with you.
creativity, Missy Elliott is in there, bro.
I'm with you.
Missy Elliott is in there for sure, bro.
I'm with you. I'm with you. My my top three that I consider like being in the well, I don't think none of them can be top five, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? I respect the women, but I just feel like it's no one female that I feel could be in the top five. Maybe my personal top five, but in my objective hip hop top five, I don't think I could put one in right now. But uh MC Light is number one for the top 10 that I think could crack that code. I think you might look at me crazy for this. I think Rhapsody deserves some consideration.
I'm not looking at you crazy. And you know what? It's crazy because I fucks with Rhapsody, man. I'm sorry, Rhapsody. If you ever see this, just know I apologize to you because you are a fire MC. Know what I
Yeah,
mean? And you deserve more credit than you get because you're fire.
thousand
You,
percent, 1,000%.
mm,
And of course,
mm.
Lauren Hill is just, she's like like a,
Unicorn.
yeah. She's just different, man. She deserves all of the accolades and all of the praise, even though she don't have all the albums. You know what I'm saying? She don't have all the things that Light has. She don't have as many albums as Rhapsody has, but she just got it, man.
She was the first one, female, to bring that R&B and hip hop on the album, I believe, with
Hmm.
Miseducation, and she did it so effortlessly to the point where that's still held up as one of them albums. Like It's one of those. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To this day, there's not one negative comment about that album I've heard, bro. Not one.
And I'm in the minority of people that love her unplugged. I know it
I
ain't on.
love it, bro. What?
Well, we in the minority because a lot
You
of
know
people
what?
shit on it, man.
If it was released today, bro, it'd probably get more love.
Hmm.
It'd probably get more love because the climate of music.
Yeah,
Whereas then
yeah.
it was like early 2000s, you had 50 Cent and all of them coming about and everything.
Mainstream.
And
Yeah.
then it's like your follow-up album from this masterpiece is
You
a stripped down version
with a
of
guitar.
all that.
Yeah.
And it's a live unplugged album.
Yeah.
But man, salute to Lauren Hill, man. Salute to Lauren, man. Who else? I wish Lynn Q would have came out with some more work. Uh,
Um, uh, Jean Grey don't get a lot of love, but
she
Jean Grey
don't.
is amazing.
She don't. But Jean Grey, salute to Jean Grey. Salute to Lil Kim.
Yeah.
Um,
Lil Kim and Foxy tend to be Lil Kim, Foxy, and Nicki Minaj tend to always be at the higher level when they talk about the female MCs.
yeah, yeah.
And they they dope. We can't take away their legendary status and impact, but I just feel like they not they shouldn't be above MC Light.
I I respect that. I definitely respect that. Who else? Who else? You know who should if man. You remember that female when you remember when y'all came up and y'all battled at that little lounge around the Paul? Homegirl FE? Do you remember her?
Nah, I don't
She got on
remember.
the mic and started spitting. She was fire.
Hmm.
She was fire. She ain't came out with nothing but all this talk about women MCs. It
Yeah.
reminded me of her. Her name was FE as in fuck everybody. And she was cold, bro. She was cold, man.
One of
Um,
my personal favorites, well, two of my personal favorites from Chicago, Nuisance from Psychodrama and
mm,
Shauna from DTP.
Shauna, Shauna Cole, but I don't think she got that proper push
No, no.
that, no, I mean,
She
to
only
put
really
her
had,
in that light, huh?
I think she only had one album too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Who else? Who else? Mia X is dope. Mia X was dope. What do you think of Shade Noir? I believe.
Jay Noir is dope. Love the Genius is dope.
Part of drum work, right?
Yeah.
Love the Genius. I'm a fan of hers, man. I'm a fan of hers. She's dope. She's really
Yeah.
dope, man. But
Yeah.
you know what? These women don't get that push how they deserve, bro. That's
Yeah.
another reason why, like, I'm sitting here, we talking about it, but I'm like, the women don't get pushed like that. Like, you almost got to be selling the sex in order to get pushed, it seems like.
Yep. Yep. On
Like,
some level.
if you think about the more popular MCs right now, you got Cardi B, who only released one album. You got, which was a nice
It
album,
was a
though. I
good
like Cardi B, and
album.
I'm a fan of Cardi B. Salute to Cardi B. You got her, you got Sexy Red, and you got Glorilla, and you got Lotto too.
You got Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion can also possibly crack that top five if I'm not saying she can right now. What I would like to see from Megan Thee Stallion is kind of like more diverse content.
Yeah.
Like it's mainly about,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's mainly about that. But it's like Megan Thee Stallion can actually fucking rap, bro. Like she was discovered by Q-Tip. What more of a cosign do you need?
I say this to everybody. My favorite Tiny Desk is Megan Thee Stallion, man.
I haven't seen a Tiny Desk.
You ain't see it?
No, I'm gonna look at it now. You recommended it. You know
Bro,
who got a? You know
watch.
who? Is it better than Dolce's?
To me,
Whoa, because Dolce Tiny Desk was
it was dope.
it was fire, bro. It was
Dope.
fire. I'm gonna have to look at Megan Thee Stallions now.
Bro, E, trust me, trust me, E. When I seen that, that made me have a different level of respect for Megan Thee Stallion because I mean it took away the novelty of like, okay, yeah, she cute, she can rap, Q-Tip kind of mentored her, blah blah blah. Yeah, cool, cool. But when I seen her rock that crowd, man, I was like, this my favorite Tiny Desk.
I'm gonna check it out, man. Because you speaking of it highly, I'm gonna check it out. But
Yeah,
Dolce, do you think she could ever crack the top five?
I think she's on that trajectory if if she continues to ingratiate herself in hip hop, but I don't think she will. I think she's more like you say with Missy. She's gonna be maybe a top five artist, but I don't think we're gonna be talking about her as a top five MC.
I feel like to mention her with the greats, not even top five, bro. To mention her with the greats, she needs like two more albums on the level or somewhere close to it of Alligator's Bias No Hill or what have you. Or I think that's the name of it. But two more levels of Alligator Bias or around there, she's gonna be in that conversation of greats, bro. That Alligator Bias album, man,
It's dope.
it's fire, bro. That shit fire, nigga. It ain't dope, nigga. That shit
It's
fire,
dope.
nigga.
It's
You know what
dope.
I mean? But yeah, man. What other women out there have been doing their thing, man? Lady of Rage, she only had one album, but that one album was fire, bro. That one album was really good. And it's like it didn't get the push
Mhm.
that it deserved, bro. It didn't
Yeah,
get the push that it deserved, but she was fire, bro. And I'm
yeah,
like, dang.
yeah. It just seems like is hip hop like a male sport? Because you had this conversation where some female MCs get upset about the separation. Because you have people talking about the top male or the top five MCs, male, and the top five female. And they say they want to be included as a MC, period.
You know what it's gonna take? And I hate to say it. And so I'll mention another artist after I say this. It may take one of like one of them guys in hip hop, like not necessarily on a Drake, Kendrick, or J. Cole level, but it may take somebody with like some eyes on them or some notoriety. It may take a female to battle one of them moms. It may take that because we haven't seen that.
I didn't say that.
And if that, it could open up a whole nother door.
We
It could
kind of
open up a
seen
whole nother door, bro.
we kind of seen a little bit. I don't even know if you remember it, but during the pandemic or right before, one of the female MCs named, I think Dream Doll, kind of got into she did a diss track against Tory Lanez. When Tory
Mm,
Lanez was battling Joyner Lucas, they had like a little back and forth beef.
okay, now.
You probably like
But
I said, it was off the radar, but female MC's been battling guys for a while. I mean, you go all the way back to when Roxanne Shante was battling dudes. You
it,
know,
but see, the thing is, had the dudes replied though,
I mean, I think it was a battle between was it Roxanne Shante and Busy B? I think that
I'm
it's a
not sure.
recording. They was in the park. So this is back in like the late 70s or early 80s, but females been in the mix. they been spitting, they been rhyming,
Oh yeah, oh
but
yeah.
it just seems like at this point in today's time, when you look at it, they don't crack the upper levels for some reason, man. And it's only a few or a handful that I think really could, filter their way
Yeah.
in.
And going back to battle rap, that's the only time you'll see a man versus a woman in battle rap, really. And and there's some fire women in battle rap too, man. Like fire women, like Miss Hustle, she's fire. Hopefully she could take off, man. I know she was signed to Jim Jones. She was under Snoop for a minute, man. Hopefully she could take off, man. Because Miss Hustle is fire, bro. Like bar heavy. Jazz the Rapper, E Hart, Vixen, Yoshi G.
I was
Like,
I was gonna ask you, E, because I know you do pay attention to battle rap. Do they seem mismatched when they have the females against the guys? Does it seem off,
nah,
or do it
man,
seem even? It seem like an even battle?
you would think it's off because of the whole, but nah, the whole man and woman thing. But nah, bro, these women up there, nah, bro, these women up there. Look up a Miss Hustle battle, bro. And I
Yeah.
say that because she's the main one that be barking on niggas, bro. Like she barks on these niggas. Look up a Vixen battle, Jazz the Rapper. She more or less like a little more intricate and laid back with her style, but she's still fire, bro. She's still fire, bro. Um, but another female that we didn't mention, and shame on us, the Brat. The Brat, bro. The Brat had two very good albums. The third one I didn't listen to. I didn't hear that one. That was the more mainstream album, I think, with that What Do You Like? And then that's
Okay.
when she started kind of like tone it down on the tomboy appearance.
Right.
But the Brat was fire, bro. The
Yeah, it
Brat was
seemed,
fire.
it seemed like a lot of the female MCs had like two, three albums, and then they kind of just went into other things. Like Eve.
Yeah,
I think Eve had two or three albums, and she was nice, but got into some other stuff, you know. You don't see a lot of like long-term female MCs.
yeah, man. That it's a male dominated sport, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like for them to get to a certain point, I don't want to. I don't know what goes on, but they have to do more, pretty much. Like I'm not saying they have to do something extra. That's not what I'm saying. But it seems like the women always have to go a step above and beyond. Um, there's this independent artist, 3D Naughty, I believe
3D
in it.
Nazi,
Yeah, like she living out of her
like a
RV or
van.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
She
trying to
nice. She always
yeah,
been nice. She always
yeah.
been nice. But I don't
So
know. I've never like heard an album. I know she got albums, but I always like heard like singles and loose joints. But
yeah.
another one. Now this is my one. This is the one I think over Doechii. Hear me out.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Little Sims.
I knew you was gonna say Lil Sims.
Little
I knew
Sims,
you was
bro.
gonna say Lil Sims, bro.
Little
I knew
Sims.
it.
Bro.
Lil Sims is dope. I wouldn't put her over Doechii. I heard one project from her though, but
E.
I wouldn't put her over Doechii.
What?
I heard one project. I heard
Which
one
one?
project from. I can't remember the one. Me and Lauren was in the car together, man. I can't remember which one, but I can't put her over
Bro,
Doechii.
I got an overdose.
I'm
I got
gonna
an
listen to
overdose.
like one or two more projects from Lil Sim.
Lil Sims, man. And she got a new album coming out this summer, so perfect time. We should review it, man.
Bet, bet we could do that. We could do that. We could do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this for whatever reason, man. like well, we mentioned some of the reasons that we feel they can crack the top five, man. But you say MC Light may be the main one. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I
But
think so.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
man.
so. If you get some time, like if you working, I don't know, like with your work schedule or certain points of your day, if you can just have music playing in the background, throw on the best of MC Light, and you'll be surprised, man, how many hits she had, how many people she's influenced,
Oh
female
yeah,
MCs and male MCs. It was something I was listening to. I'm like, dang, I heard this. I heard Rock from Helter Skelter saying this. I never knew this was MC Light.
yeah. My brother put me on the MC Light, man. My brother was a MC Light fan. He had the albums and all that, bro. I was playing like Paper Thin and all that, bro. Yeah, yeah,
She the one.
yeah, yeah. That's and that's what no, I mean. I guess always have a certain level, you know what I mean, for MC Light, a certain level of like, you know what I mean, respect and everything that's close to me because of my brother. Because every time I think of MC Light, I think about, man, my brother was playing this for me. I remember Saturday morning cleaning up, you know what I mean, he playing this and everything and all these other records. And then Queen Latifah from my brother, my other brother, you know, I mean, I'm not going to mention their names. So if when we put this out, you know, I don't want to mention their names or nothing. But yeah, Queen Latifah and MC Light was always two of my favorites, man.
Yeah.
And for specifically for those reasons, talent aside, for those reasons as well.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. But salute to all the ladies out there putting in work. You know what I mean? Salute to y'all. Um, I'm trying to think of any more female MCs, man. Uh,
I know we mentioned Lotto. I just want to kind of give her a little more credit too, because I think she nice, man. It's just kind of the same thing with like Megan, like the subject matter and the whole image, the sexy image thing. But Lotto is
but
nice.
but it's like if you notice all the top women that's like got notoriety, they
Yeah,
all giving you the same thing almost, or in that same lane almost, bro. That may
yeah,
be another reason why it's like a clogged up lane with all these. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Like I say, it's gonna take. No, I mean, it's gonna take like a Megan Thee Stallion or somebody of that notoriety to go against another male artist on the same level or slightly above.
So you think
It's
it
going
needs
to
to be
take
a
that.
battle? You
I
think?
think so, bro. Because what else can they do?
I
Think
think.
about it, bro. You got
Okay.
Rhapsody. They spitting bars. You got Rhapsody out here spitting bars amongst these other women. They coming out with creativity. They got the sex appeal and all that, bro. The final frontier. You haven't really seen one battle a man yet.
I think that with Rhapsody, so with every MC, they had a Achilles heel or they had I ain't gonna say flaw, but a little something that they missing. I think with Rhapsody, what she's missing is like a bigger personality. Like she
I can
don't,
see that.
what I'm saying? Stylistically, she don't grab you or catch you. You
Yeah,
know,
she more chill and laid back.
real
It seemed
chill,
like.
real cerebral. A lot of her lines are intricate. A lot of people, males included, just don't catch her. You know what I'm saying? But she be saying some stuff. She's real slick and witty. Um,
Mm-hmm.
with Little Sims, the accent. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't get into the UK artists because of the accent. They kind of it's a disconnect. But Little Sims is amazing. You know,
I'm gonna listen to a few other projects, man. I'm
I
gonna listen
think
to a few of projects, man.
I think that what it takes really is a big push by whatever engine or machine or label.
That too.
That's what it really takes, man. And you rarely see them push a female unless they shaking their ass and they talking about, certain things, man.
Yeah, and it's sad, but that's what it is. That's what it is, and I mean, but salute to it. Like I say, salute to the ladies, man. You
Salute
know what I
to
mean?
'em. We appreciate their voices and their perspectives. So,
Yes, yes, we do,
and there's so
man.
many we miss, man. We gotta revisit this topic and kind of really look at, even more of the female MCs and their contributions.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can, man. Man, I wish it was like around Valentine's Day or something. We could have released this around that time or
On
something like
Mother's
that.
Day.
Mother's Day or something,
Yeah,
man. But
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
all
it's all
good.
good. Yeah. But I want you to do one thing, man. Play that Megan Thee Stallion Tiny Desk E.
I'm gonna play it, man. I'm gonna play it. You mention it like this, like it's this. No, I mean, because like I say, my some of my favorite Tiny Desk, Maxwell's was dope. I like Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, that was good.
Dolce's was incredible to me. Uh, Young Jeezy's is dope.
Jesus
I
was
man, when they played Go Crazy, that portion, oh my god, man, that band was amazing, man. But I'm gonna check out the Megan Thee Stallion. Matter of fact, once we get off of here, I may just check it out, man. I may just check it out.
Let me know what you think, man.
Okay, then. I
Yeah.
got you. I got you. You got any more, bro?
Nah, that's it, man.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, everybody. Till next time, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. God bless. Peace.
Peace.